line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Let's have some fun. Now, if you haven't been here before, get a tablet and pen, and we're going to begin. If you've been here before, write it down again and again. Habit forming is everything. How you do things and how you follow through. Now, the ultimate goal, this is live, and I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. Kind of fun. I built billions for people. Now, would you like to be next? Let me know. Now, bottom line today, no pictures, no recording. Got to put it here. Like I said, mindset. I got to reprogram you. Unfortunately, people taught you things the wrong way. Now, rags are rich as me. Simple. I like goodies. But I don't want you to spend $1 million on a car until you're making $5 million. Got it? We got to make sure we understand how to play the game. And like I said, rags are rich is simple. Simple. What do when nobody's there to help you? You scream. Nobody can hear you. Nobody cares. So let's see. Let's talk about my little story today. Okay. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Jesus, 15 years old. All right. She left 2 notes in the trash can. One was actually for me. One was for the hospital. And she named me a girl's name, Ray's my middle name. She said if I was a girl, she was going to keep me. Oh, well, what can I say? By the way, I got to be Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. I got used and abused there too. So let's understand, no matter what you go through, there's no excuse. You want to feel sorry for yourself? That's 3 minutes or less. Me is 3 seconds. Let's go get it. That's just the way I've always been. So the bottom line, your journey began today with me. Now I want you to look behind the curtain. I'm sorry, you learned things the wrong way. Somebody taught you about personal credit. We're going to correct those mistakes today, okay? And when you look behind the curtain, never accept the word no. From there, as we play this, so let's get out our personal credit cards. Here's your problem. You don't know the rules and tools. You follow along. You follow like sheep and ducks. And you do what other people say to do, and you don't question anything. We're going to change all that. We're going to take your credit cards. We're going to put a stick in the back of the card. Write it down. This is your procedure starting today. You're going to write down the limit of the card. You're going to maintain 25% only, never past 29%. This is 100,000 here. If I did exactly what I told you to do, that would be 71,000 of safety credit. So the bottom line is before somebody knocks you down and takes it away. Now understand, I designed this years ago. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough when he was at TRW, then became a Sperian. I want you to create your line of defense. You see, in this world, people always want to knock you down. So let's play. Thomas, Raymond, Woolridge, they made bicycle parts. They got the information business. Oh, goody. They hired Ken Yarborough, and I got to train him too. Then they became a Sperian in 1996, and then they moved out of the country to Dublin, Ireland as well. Now understand something today. When I drew this years ago about balancing your debt, let's understand what it means. When you take a card past 29%, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you can't get any more, you backed yourself and your family in a corner, and you couldn't write out diddly squat. Why'd you do that? You allowed yourself to be one, and that kind of sucks. See, it was good, fair, or hell no. By the way, there's 2 cards. If you listen carefully and you do exactly what I tell you to do, I'll teach you how to get that 750 score. I'll help you get it too, and you'll never drop that score ever again. Now, I want you to understand something. Harold Stokes was one of my mentors, one of my attorneys years ago. We wanted to teach the people in high school what needs to be done because we don't want them to make the same stupid mistakes you made. So what we do is we have this program in high school or college. I can set up their credit files instantly, and I can give them the rules and tools I'm trying to give you. They listen better because you're kind of stubborn. You think you know it all. Yeah, right. Anyway, what do we get to do? Tablet and pen time. We get to begin. So understand, my system allows me to set up a credit report instantly. You took 3 years to try to figure this out listening to a bunch of dumb people. Sorry. And then you got to get corrected today on the rules and tools in the first place. So the next generation doesn't make the same mistake you did. Is that okay? Now let's look at a corporation. This is what I heard. I'm being used and abused by Mrs. Hope and those rich and famous people. They kind of suck. But they said a corporation's a legal person. Right there, come on, let's circle it. All right, and bottom line is I was 7.5. I wanted to learn how to do something a little different, get out of hell. So I basically did something for me. I also didn't notice about it says may sue or be sued. That's where you make your mistake. You didn't pay attention to that too. And the next thing happens very simple. Now I was 9.5 by the time I figured some things out. See, I went down to that Torrance Police Department, the library next door. I went in, man, what does this mean? And she said, he's a mock of it, he's a bug. She was a You know what I did? I went back for 2 years. I sent away my money order. It was $10. You got $10 today? You got $30? You see, a corporation, they're free in all 50 states. There's a lot of people like some of you that are stupid enough to pay an attorney, CPA, in a corporate service for something that's actually free. You just pay a filing fee. I call that stupid. I'm sorry. I don't waste money like some people do. So what did I do? All right, at 9.5 years old, I sent away my $10 money order. Right now, they're $30. I got Helping Hand Industries. Okay, I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Yeah, they came in the mail. Without applying for credit. That's what they did in the 70s and 80s. Simple. From there, at 12.5, when I started the Orange County Blind Center, I used the word Braille by mistake. I didn't realize it was owned by a company, so they put me in a court and named me in a lawsuit. It kind of scared the crap out of me. So I had to figure out basically, how can I make sure I protect my assets and understand trade name, trademarks, and copyrights? And that's the goal. So understand today, very simple. When I say never bring the pain home, I mean it. You brought the pain home. It stops. That sucks. You hurt your family. If we're going to be grown-ups, it's about time we act like it. What do you think? All right. See, corporation today, you got one? Oh, goody for you. Go look on the Secretary of State's website. Your name is the incorporated officer list. They sue the corp, they sue you. You're still a duck and a sheep. We got to make sure you can protect your corp and your family. Now, if you got an LLC, which most people silly do, come January 2024, they're going to come kick your ass. That's the Treasury Department. You've heard of them, right? But again, the next thing is put your ducks in a row. I remember hearing the grown-ups, got to put your ducks in a row. What does this mean? The response I got is, I thought grown-ups were stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, I was a kid, and the bottom line is I write with two hands at the same time, two different things, have a third conversation. I have total recall on almost everything, and I'm now IQ at 203, and I have total recall on most things, and I am rhyming all the time. They told me I was stupid in the 6th grade. That's kind of sucks. But I didn't listen to those dummies because they said put your ducks in a row. By the way, the banks and the grocery store, they bankrupt locations called branch numbers. And they don't bring the pain home like you. Your problem is still you. We got to reprogram you my way to never bring the pain home. Would that be okay if you play with me? Now, I'm going to be telling you the truth. I'm honest, but I'm blunt. And I'm going to tell like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. You just did stupid. Sorry, I built millionaires. I don't have time for a bunch of blah, blah, blah. If I give you blah, 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 I'm going to give you rules and tools. And I'm going to do most of the work for you anyway. In the last 4 months, I've decided to do a lot of things for people. To the point I log onto their credit cards and raise their limits because they're too damn freaking slow. They're not listening, or maybe there's something caught in their ears or something. So again, I want to make you a corporate millionaire. Would that be okay if I put you on my radio show next year and TV show? Ray Reynolds, that's me, the Godfather of Credit. I'm going to tell you what to do, and I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. Is that okay? because you're never going to bring the pain home ever again. It's not acceptable. Now, I got a foolproof program if you pay attention, as long as you follow through. Now, understand, my rich and famous people, my clients too, isn't that fun? Like Superman's for Gold's Gym. Oh, college professor, homeless guy living in his car, feeling sorry for himself too. I gave him a raise 360. From there, $1.6 million in 9 months. Oh, we got Karen and got her properties in Long Beach, California. And she got $1.2 million in 9 months too. You see, you got to play. Like those people coming out of prison today. Freeway Ricky, Nicky Ross, $4 million in credit. Yeah! Now don't screw it up. From there, Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months, I rebuilt him because he was in the office every friggin' week. He did everything I told him to do. And I got him brand new dump trucks. He does millions a year now. Isn't that fun? Hell, Gary does $100 million a year. All right, Bruce Miller does $14 million a year. You could play if you want to play with me. Now, Franklin D. Roosevelt, I know it was before we were born. He had the Gold Reserve Act. So we, the people, got our SSN. SS what? Social Security number, all right, when we were 14 to 16. Then all of a sudden, Nixon took the gold standard out in 71, which means every woman signs the SS5 for the baby. She just had it within 2 hours. So let's play. The biggest mistake is you not understand how it works. It takes an SS5 form to get an SSN, social security number, to get a tax return called a 1040. That's it. You gave yourself one chance. I don't get it. Why would you only get yourself one chance and back yourself and your family in a corner? I don't understand. Sorry, I call that stupid. You're not stupid. Why did you do stupid? We the people. Oh, yeah. Well, Ronald Reagan said, we the people tell the government what to do. He's right. I incorporated him and Nancy at the time. She said, just say no. Well, I did teach our children, became their program too. We get to play. But then you get that social security card, and what do? You see, that's tax, and probate till you're dead. You got to compare the SS5 to the SS4, which none of you did before you met me. Line 1 says right there, come on, look at it. Legal name of entity or individual person. Why don't we put your name right there? Why don't we do a division of you so you don't get another chance? And when you screw up, you get another one, another one, another one. Just don't have the intent to defraud. If you do, then you go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. SS5 SSN, 1040 tax return, SS4 1120, known as the tax ID. You need a second chance. You also need a backup for the next time you screw up. The bottom line is, if you're a crook and you don't file tax returns, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. All right, you got to pay $5 million in fines, 3 years. See, some people listen to stupid attorneys and CPAs. And when shit hits the fan, those people just took your money and went away. And then you got to pay the price. Kind of sucks. Why don't you listen to me and learn about the IRS.gov website and go get the 1244? The 1244 allows you to file one tax return. We can have fun. Then you almost never pay tax anyway. If you play by the rules and tools, you get to win. Isn't that the concept, that basically the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things all the time? But I understand 5 things today. Write them down, please. I need you to understand. When are you going to get the money to get the $1 million business going? Oh, you're going to win the lottery, get a raise? Hell no. Everything under the tax ID is a write-off. I'm going to get you, and I'm going to do the work for you. I'm going to get you free money. Okay, I'm going to do the work for you, get your free money. I'm going to teach you how to write it all off and quit screwing up and not hurt your family. And then I'm going to teach you and do the division process for you too. That way you get a second chance. And from there, you're going to build a legacy. What a concept. A legacy for your family. Free money. I had 19 houses at 17 and a half years old. I was a weird kid. I bought beer at 12, and I don't even drink beer, all right, because I had a beard. I bought a Lamborghini at 14 and a half. I brought in my $1 million at 14. I did 2.6 billion at 26. Why the hell would you? What's wrong with you? I don't get it. Turn these suckers up. It's about time you get off your assets and go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. Your problem is you. I want to get you some free damn money. Is that okay? Then I'm going to hold your hand and make sure you learn how to be an investor my way, because I think your way sucks. I understand how we play. So we're going to look at basically like those properties, and I had my 19. I transferred them into my divisions. They told me I couldn't get number 20, the loan-to-value problem. So the ultimate goal. So what do we get to do? Let's understand today. All right, we're going to think about properties, franchise, storage units. I want you to focus today, because what I want you to do, and if you take $100 a week, all right, you can turn that into a corporate millionaire. So understand, if you do everything I tell you, and listen carefully, I'm going to analyze your credit personally. I'm going to be telling you personally what I want you to do. I'm going to do most of the work for you anyway, because you're too damn slow and I'm impatient. Then I'm going to make sure you have your cheat sheet every time we talk or on the webinar or me. And then I'm going to get you 5,000 to 15,000 in 90 days or less. And then I want you to reinvest that and be the investor. Okay, I want to lead you up the hill and teach you how to drink. Now, the United States of America Incorporated, the United States, let's understand, the USA Incorporated, the United States of America. I bet you say the first president was George Washington. You'd be so wrong. His name was Hanson. Do your homework. So let's understand. They took 50 corporations, they call them states. Then they turn around and call them cities. And then they filed Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They created that too. You see, they planned the problem. That means they have bankrupt 11 damn cities in front of you, wiped out the debt, and stayed in business. You could have did the same thing. Unfortunately, you don't know how to play, and you brought the pain home, but you're a little silly and stupid too. You get to play. It's called We the People, by the way. Corporation's a legal person. There's the goal. Now, I want you to make sure you stop bringing the damn pain home. Would that be okay? Now, here's the biggest problem. I've noticed in the last 4 months, over all the years, I built millions and billions of credit for everybody to do their business. Unless I hold their hand and do most of the work and hand them the friggin' keys, they still sit there going, beep, 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 all that. Just I stop. So I decided my last and final year, I'm going to take 30 people and make them millionaires and billionaires for the hell of it for my radio and TV show. Is that okay? Now let's understand how we play. Write down division of me, please. Please write down division of me. I want you to take that form. I want you to pay attention today. I want you to look at legal name of entity or individual person. That means a corporation, a person, a division, or subsidiary. Now let's understand common sense. Bank of America has bankrupt 5,000 locations called branch numbers. That's a corporation. Their locations or branch numbers, those are subsidiaries, okay? Because they got past 5 million. Right now, you're going to do division process till you get to 5 million. Did you write it down? Remember, no pictures, no recording, because I want you to write things down, put it here. I want to build you $1 million corporation. Can I do that for you, please? Now, as we play this game, division of me, this is one of the cars in the Lamborghini collection, okay? There's a car collection. All right, here's the keys. This is $6,800 a month. If I don't pay it, and my name's all over it, they're going to take it away, report it to the credit bureaus, and I'll have shitty credit. Well, that sucks. If I buy it through the corporation, since my name is on the officer's list, they sue the corporation, they still sue me. That sucks too. What am I supposed to do? I invented division process in 1985-86. A division of a corporation, my name's not on it. I'm not liable. I'm not a duck and a sheep. This is the problem. You don't learn how to play, but you're going to learn that today. If I buy that Lamborghini as a division of a corporation, and I remember I showed you SSN versus SS4. Remember that a couple minutes ago? I guarantee SS4, SS4. What do I get to do? I got no intent to do fraud. Do you? But let's understand something very simple. If I can't pay it or there's a problem, I'm going to maintain my corporate, my buildings, my apartment complexes, my franchises, all the money coming in. I'm going to separate that piece and I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So understand, write it down, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm putting that bad one over here. Is that okay? From there, what happens is here, if I can't save it, under the Federal Protection Act, like your cities and your grocery stores and your banks do, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of that sucker, throw it away. See, your problem is you didn't learn how to play the game, and the goal is up to you. As we do this, very simple. As you lease a building, division process. From now on, you're going to write down Ray's rules, Ray's way, Ray's law. You're going to do everything my way, your way, Sucks. I got to billionaire at 26 at 2.6 billion, okay, through corporate structure. My first million at 14 and a half. It's about time you learn how to play. Every property you get is a division. You don't know which tenant's going to slip and fall and try to sue you and screw you up. From there, there's silly things on TikTok, Google, and YouTube. LLC, C Corp, ESCA, stop the crap. All the IRS cares about is how you receive money under tax ID. No taxes due till you're profitable, period. Then we have to look at the Fair Lending Act. You have 12 acts to master, and I already did it for you. One card can become 99 more, but that would be $100 million. Why don't we just get 9 cards and turn it into $1 million? Is that okay? So let's understand. I want you to do what I want you to do, not think, just do, and I'll do most of the work for you anyway, because I want to get to the point. You're a corporate millionaire. Simple. Now, Mary's the same problem that all of you have. Mary's Ivy League education. Mary's her third grade sweetheart. Ivy League education. They're making $500,000 a year. They got 2 dogs, 2 cats, a dog, and a fish. Oh, goody. Mary hires an attorney. $10,000. The attorney's looking at the lease for her restaurant she wants to open. Fantastic. All right, 10-year lease, 3 options. Okay. Then she looks at the CPA to maintain the books. Okay. Mary used $98,000 of her personal credit. Her 800 score went to shit. She brought the pain home. What did I do? She called them on the phone. What was their response? I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid CPA and a stupid attorney too. Hey, how many CPAs and attorneys, they get their money, and when they screw you, you got to pay the price. That's the problem. It's just the truth. Mary got her restaurant. Mary's restaurant failed, filed bankruptcy. She guaranteed the lease. She got bankrupt herself, lost her home. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that. Here's your problem. You're your problem. Your lack of knowledge is your stupidity, a man or woman. You're not stupid, but you didn't bother to look behind the friggin' curtain, and that's on you. So if Mary would have came here before she screwed up, like most of you should have, or half of you did, and you don't pay attention, you should have been a CFO for the corporation. That restaurant should have been a damn division, because if it doesn't work, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, throw that sucker away under the Federal Protection Act. She gets to protect everything else and everything she's doing. She brought the pain home for being stupid. Hey, if you're going to be stupid, you're stupid. If you're not stupid, then step up to the plate. But you better understand, you're in a war with your life. You want to win, you want to lose. It's simple. You got a choice to be a certified CFO. Now, look at your corporation today. Please do. Look at your corporation, please. On Secretary of State's website, your name's all over it. You're the incorporator, the officer. You probably used your home address. Damn, I get so tired of stupidity. People being added to the national mailing list and the robocall list. It's like, are you kidding me? And then the person goes, well, how did I get all the calls? You dumb shit, you did it yourself. I don't get it. I've never seen so much stupidity in my life. It's always frustrated me. I want you to put your damn ducks in a row my way, because your way sucks. I'm sorry, it's just true. So if your corporation is sued, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep, and that sucks. Doesn't that suck? When you bring the pain home, instead of writing it off like the banks and grocery stores do, I want you to create your line of defense. Can you do that for me, please? Line of defense. Now, by the way, I'm going to do it for you because you're too damn slow and you just get in my way. I got to do it right away. Here's a $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall. Here's one of the Lamborghinis, part of the collection. Here's one of the $5 million mansions I obtained. And here is a $1 million race boat, all my name on it. Why did I do it and you didn't? Tell me, please. The only thing I hear from people is, well, no one told me. Who the hell told me? Nobody. But I didn't accept no, and I didn't accept not looking behind that damn curtain. It's about time you play my way. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. And if you want to go live with your kids when you retire, go for it. That's where you're heading for anyway. You get Lamborghinis and Ferraris and goodies like this when you get to 5 million. 5 million. Got it so far? We play my way. I add you to my credit system. I rebuild you and repackage you. And from there, what is your goal? You tell me your goal. I'll teach you to reach it. Hell, I'll reach it for you and then hand you the friggin' keys. How many working days are left of this year? I don't know. Why not? What time do you get up today? Same routine, same boring thing in every rerun. Tomorrow, you're up an hour earlier, 2 hours. Find your me time, that meditation time you don't give yourself. I've been doing this for 45 years. When I got 2.6 billion in 26, I want to help people for free. Nobody wanted to play with me. Okay. So what happens is I've been basically, as my wife calls it, my hobby. I was bored. What am I going to do? Get, fat, ugly, and die? Because I got everything I got and I wanted to know nothing else? I got it all. So I got this new radio show, TV show opportunity next year. I'm going to take at least 30 people out of my coaching packages. And I want them to tell their story. See, I figured it when Oprah's team promised I'd be on her last show, or unfortunately they lied like most people do. And the reality is, let's take these 30 people and show them off. Let's have them tell the story and blow it up in the world. Because that's what I'm going to do. I want to change the world, not just you. You're just a part of the piece. Now, I used to do the flippity-dippity-doos, 19 houses at 17 and a half. And the bottom line, it was a pain in the ass at contractors, subcontractors, lien releases, mechanics liens, buyers and liars and real estate agents all full of crap. They're all trying to steal my money. But what did I do? Basically, I decided one thing when I was 21. If I'm going to sell it, I'm going to be the bank. You want to hear the dumbest thing that you did? When you sold a car or a house, you sold it and said, bye-bye. You could have been the bank or the assignment of asset or debt. You could have got the money and be in the bank, all right, for 10 to 15 to 30 years. I don't understand. Rich and famous people know how to play because I've been training them for 45 years too. So let's play. Let's take an apartment complex and dissect that sucker into pieces. Let's split deed it, okay? You know what that means? I can become the bank and sell each unit. Here's the gift. Oh, I love this. The tenant can slip, fall, and sue and screw up. But if you become the bank, they can't sue you. You get to sue them. You're in control. I like winning, don't you? Isn't that more fun? So if we basically dissect it and do assignment of mortgage, you can win if you want to. But your problem is still you. Sorry. You have, and I have my first 4 daughters. They're in different states, literally. Each state that they're in, all right, with their life and their husband and their kids, it's great. Very simple. They have properties brand new for $100,000 or less. You know what the down payment's only $5,000. How many you want? It's just simple. And you get Section 8, or you have a management company manage your properties. Real estate always goes up and away. It's simple. My first house that I bought for $36,000 is now worth $1 million friggin' dollars. This is ridiculous crap. My condo in El Toro, I bought it for $400,000. It's worth $3 friggin' million. It's ridiculous shit. But again, it's simple. See, here's your another problem you got. You did not build residual income. When I was a kid at 17, I knew I had to have $1,000 coming in a month. I look at the bank account, I want it to shrink. So I had to figure out about leveraging money as well. So once I got my first 1,000, the second, the third, the fourth, and I did the Macarena. Isn't that fun? See, your problem is still you. Why don't you write down credit, loan, and money? Can you do that for me, please? Credit, loan, money. I want you to take 100,000 and put it in the corporate bank account. Can you do that for me? We're going to talk about leveraging money, okay? 100,000. Oh, you don't have it? How about we take it off a card or two? We'll put that sucker in the bank. We're going to reference 3 times 5. Write it down. And I'm going to get the bank to give you $1.5 million. And then your corporation's going to have a division for franchise and a division for apartment complex. You're going to build your line of defense. And you're not going to screw up anymore. I'm going to do the work for you so you don't screw up anyway. And then a third party managing this. Do you know what that does? It gives you financial freedom. In my first series of books, Winning the Game of Business, paragraph 3, page 6, cash flow, free up your time. That's what I did for me. I've been my own boss since I was a kid. I was a consultant for Boeing, Apple, and IBM at times. That was fun. And I always like being the smartest person I ever met. We could play, but you need your residual income. Is that okay? Now, understand, as an affiliate, trade lines are fraud. That you're lying as you say you have a trade line insurance. You're just full of crap. If I add you to my credit system and I have an agreement with you, it allows me to add my history for you. So we could take up to $53 million of credit history on cards or billions of dollars in lines of credit, and we can line you up, rebuild you the right way. And when I pop a card for you, I'm going to ask for separate billing. Is that okay? That way you get your own, person corporate division, and we build it up and away. Now let's understand Warren Buffett. When I met Warren a long time ago, probably 30 years ago now, and we sat there and had a root beer float. All right, this is all these people around him and talking blah blah blah. I told him I'm going to leave $1 million irrevocable trust to the family. Everything else stays in the corp, and my children are officers and they take over everything, and they don't pay damn well tax. His daddy paid the tax. You see, you got to learn how to play. Now, Warren has over 100 plus companies, his favorite 10. That's what he calls it. And every time they see the TikTok, he's at his house in 1968. He doesn't freaking live there. He's got 64 pieces of property. Pick one. Ridiculous. He owns Geico, Ketchup, or Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell. He owns Dairy Queen, Seeds Candy, From There, Bridge Jewelry, and Fruit of the Loom. See, if Warren's doing this and his company's doing all these pieces ran by third party, why the hell aren't you? Do you realize there's no difference between you and Warren Buffett? There's no difference at all. All right, you got a leg up. Let's go get your legs all into it. But again, it's up to you. I'd like to teach you how to play and win. Is that all right? So let's play my way. All right, because they don't pay tax. Why would they? But again, I have coaching programs. Now let's understand. I figured since my last and final year, I want to do the work for everybody. Just hand them the friggin' keys because they take too long. You get John here. He goes to a franchise trade show, expo, and he goes, Ray, which one do I pick? John, you're being stupid. I don't get it. All right, you want existing, proven, or income, and we don't care if it's the big shiny one. All we care is $10,000 a month in the beginning. That's what we want. I found a 31 flavor ice cream in Riverside. They want 60,000 down, and it makes $1 million a year. Would you like to charge it? How about a Jack in the Box I just found for 500,000 down? They make $2 million a year. See, your problem is you don't know what the hell you're really trying to do. Well, you're getting older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. Oh, you're going to go live with your kids when you retire and be their nanny for their kids. I think that kind of sucks. I like to see my grandkids, but not take care of them all the time. But okay, up to you. Though I take 26 different types of franchises, and understand I had the largest payphone, 22,000 payphones, and I didn't pick up the money. Company did it for me. But then they came up with a cell phone. Then I had my laundromats. I wrote the book on that if you don't know that. And then I had my basic dry cleaning companies too. And I started Napa Printing, Pitt Printing, and Sir Speedy. So we get to play third-party management. So if you do what I tell you to do, and I repackage you, we're going to take $40,000, put it in an escrow. You're going to make sure you maintain that debt during the escrow. Everybody gets and buys something, they jack themselves up. They're so friggin' stressed out. It's called stupid. We're going to make sure this is comfortable. Do you know that 40,000 investment managed by a third party is an income of 3,000 to 10,000 a month? Is that starting residual income, what you never did in the first place? The 100,000, these are 150s. All right, let's go get 10 to 50,000. Oh, 250,000. Get them to do a carryback. Oh, that's up to 100,000 a month. See, your problem is you. And what I want to do with my last 30 clients in coaching is put them on my radio and TV show and show them off. I want to show the world that everybody could do this right away. But again, your biggest problem, I believe, is you didn't build residual income. I want you to own it, not run it. Is that okay if you do it my way? Own it, not run it. See, rich and famous people don't run their businesses. All right, when it comes to goodies, it can run by themselves and a third-party management too. But it's up to you. All right, I wanted to get him one. He wanted 3 because I built him 400,000 of credit. Closed escrow, he gets 63,000 a month to the corporation. Is that good? All right, he had to put 45,000 by the time he was done, 47 down. Then he gets 30,000 a month. Is that okay? From there, we got even a Wendy's. We can get you the one for 500,000 right now. There's a down payment. You're going to make a couple million a year. Oh, you want a gas station? See, I don't give a shit what it is. Sorry, that's just true. I don't want you to care what it is either. Long as it's a necessity business, it's existing, ran by third party, who cares? The goal is get residual income. All right, here's an apartment complex. What are you going to do? They want 3 million bucks. They want 10% down. What are you going to do? It's $300,000. See, it's existing. It already has everybody in there. Lease is already done, even a couple Section 8s as well. So all of a sudden now we basically have a new payment of $23,000 through the division of a corporation. The income now gives us $13,000 of income. That's residual income. Now here's the problem that bothers me. Okay, you think you're done, and I say you're not done. Okay, the tenant can slip, fall, and sue and screw you up. That sucks. Okay, the liability for that division. I don't want them to win. I want to win even when I lose. So we're going to split deed each unit my way. We're going to do an assignment of mortgage so they can't sue. We get to sue them if they don't pay. We reverse the liability. Isn't that fun? And then now we get $76,000 a month. Wouldn't that be better? I mean, everybody wants to own their unit as a townhouse anyway. And then you get all their deposit money too. Wow. By the way, the deposit money, it gives you about $800,000. It brings about 4 times what you put down in the first place. Isn't that fun? See, this is a game I've been playing since I was a kid. That's why I wrote Running the Game of Business 45 years ago. Oh, real estate, franchise, storage units. All right, now the coaching program is simple. There's 3, 6 for this year and next year. And what you get to do is you get to play with me. The goal is I'm going to do most of the work for you. I'm going to boss you around. I'm going to tell you what to do because I really give a lot about you, believe it or not. Okay, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to help you. So what happens is very simple. In the coaching, all right, we're going to go to all classes together and hold our hands and sing Kumbaya. And then from there, we're going to have weekly conferencing. And you're going to have calls with me, and this is where I give you your sheet. That's right. I already analyzed you. I know everything about you, past, present, and future. Now, I'm going to go into areas, if you feel uncomfortable, say no. Like my clients, about the house, about the kids, the dog, and everything else to protect your ass. Okay? All right? No problem. So calls, I'm going to give you your list, what you need to do. Okay? Every time we talk, it'll be fun, which I do most of the work anyway. So from here, what happens, I push your score up to 750, and you maintain it because I give you rules and tools to do that too. And on top of that, monthly in-person meeting, all right, in the conference room about past, present, future, kind of like blueprinting. We got to do that once a month, Zoom or in person. Now, understand something. Your goal, all right, as we do this, you have to master what I teach you. I'm going to do most of the work anyway about projections and limits and credit and daisy chain your cards. I gotten to the point even recently in the last month, I'm telling people how to increase their limits on their cards, and they're doing it. They're taking too freaking long. This is ridiculous. Give me your damn login. I'll do it myself because you just take damn long. So I've been increasing limits all the time. If you give me the limits on your cards and logins, it's easier that way because I want to tell you creditors what to do. It's kind of fun too, and increase your limits. But again, I'll teach you how to do it too if you do it on your own. Now, each one of these is $1,000 down, okay? That way you can't give me an excuse you can't afford $1,000, okay? Everybody wastes $500 to $1,000 a month on crap. So if you got the 3 months program, it's an $8,000 package, $8,000, okay? You put the $1,000 down, you take the balance, you divide it to the time and you do the coaching. If you pay in full, a payment now, I'm going to build you $100,000 of credit added to the package. If you do the $1,000 down, I'm going to give you $25,000 added to your package. So the bottom line is up to you, what's affordable and what you want to do. If you do the 6 months one, it's basically a $15,000 package. $1,000 down, you put the balance, you divide it by the days and the weeks you're in for the 6 months. Now, I would always tell you, if you do the payment thing, make weekly payments. It's easier that way. If you did this 6 months, I'm building you $250,000 of credit. And then if you only did the $1,000 down for the 6 months, all right, I'm going to build you $50,000 of credit. Got it? From here, as we play, if you did this year and next year, these are the ones I'm going to have a lot of fun with. They should have multiple locations and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you put the $1,000 down, your balance is basically, again, is the $31,000 program. You pay in full, you get a discount and it's $25,000. From there, I'm building you $500,000 of credit. Okay, if you did that one, if it's paid in full. If you put the 1,000 down, I'm building you 75,000 in credit. Either way, you get to win, and I do most of the work for you anyway. And the people in the coaching program, the ultimate goal is to get where they want to go. All right, and I want to do most of the steps. So click here, go click. There's your down payment, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, or use Zelle your payment, whatever you need to do right away. From there, you can also call a specialist right now, 800-254-9506. And from there, if you use the card, they're going to charge you 5%. Because we have to, the system charges us 5%. So I tell you to Zelle every day if you had to do that. I don't want to pay the 5%, but that's up to you. So let's understand in coaching. All right, I have 36 people on my list, no problem. I now have 24 that paid or have a commitment and gave some money. They said they're locked in. I got 6 left. So 6 of you, if you're serious, it's called now, or forget it. Okay, so basically I can only do 6 calls a day. So if we take 30 people and we divide it by 5 days, that's 6 calls a day. That's all I can do. So I'm only one person, so I can't put more than 10 people in each one of these. So the reality is it's going to be up to you. From there, we're going to be building residual income. All right, and the bottom line is I want you to my radio and TV show next year. I want to show you off and change the world. Is that okay? But again, this is up to you. What I'd like you to do today is look in the mirror a little bit. Take a mirror test, what I've been doing to myself as a kid. I was 2.5 years old. They was using and abusing me, and at 2:25, if I got up, the abuser couldn't get me. My body has been waking up at 2:25, and my wife always says, "Why do you wake up so early?" I've had to. My brain's always been that way. 2:25, up and away. Drop to my knees. I say, "Thank you, Jesus, for another day." Then I go look in the mirror. See, I don't think you ever put yourself in check, and that's what I want you to do. You see, today, if you look at the repo list, probate, divorce list, bankruptcy list that comes out every Monday at 6:12 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, or you sell supply and vendor credit, what do you really want to do? $1 million in corporation, $1 million in checkbook money, and supply and vendor money. If you're in my coaching program, by the time you turn around, you're going to have about a $10 million company. Okay, Gary's got 100 million. Bruce Miller, who does Ferrari and everything else from there. Okay, millions and millions of dollars. I can just go on and tell you all of them. The Lakers to the Clippers and all the rich and famous people I've incorporated too. They learn to play my way. Now, your problem is you. I tell you, don't think, just do. So if I make you a money-making machine, I need you to do exactly what I tell you to do. Would that be okay? If you sell 100,000 or $1 million of supply and vendor credit, OPM money, Dun & Bradstreet, and from there you can sell on Amazon and eBay, but that's up to you. See, I don't want you getting goodies like this until you make more than $5 million, because you won't be able to afford it and write it off on the taxes too. All right, God's gift, the mansions in the harbor. I like putting my name on all kinds of goodies. Why? And not only is it marketing and advertising, but I want to prove I got it. I think most people are full of what? Sorry to say, I just think that's true. From there, race boats and Lamborghinis and yachts. Even some Delphis too. Ooh, Lamborghini. My name's on the door. Isn't that nice? So your goal is to reach your goals. But again, what happens with you? You listen to people that tell you no and you accept it. No. The next thing is, it's like the idiots that say white men can't jump. That's funny. I hold the record for the highest kick and fastest kick on planet Earth since 1981. So I guess white men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. I kicked out the lights that night. From there, no matter where you come from, you can reach your goals. Now, I found out why years ago I could actually kick so high. My grandpa is Richard Bishop. All right? He won the Olympics in 1932 for gymnastics in Los Angeles. They called him Coach Bishop at Roosevelt High. Maybe that's why I could always jump, kick the door jam or the basketball hoop. Could be. So understand, one of my first cars was a Quintos Lamborghini. What did you get? Now, hear no? No. I hear them say no. I say, thank you. Have a nice day. I walk away. I found a better way anyway. There's 1,000 steps in the Millionaire's Founders Kit to get to $1 million dream. From there, I live by 3 things. I plan the problem. I plan to live. I plan to die. Simple. Everything I do, I plan. So draw that diagram in front of you right now. Your Bank of America, all right, above $5 billion, so they bank, their parent company, Bankrupt locations called branch numbers and subsidiaries. Your Sam's Club, your Geico, your cities do all this. In the beginning, you're going to be using divisions that I designed in 85, 86. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to become a certified CFO, and you're going to reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Now, when I was 9.5 at that library all the time, all right, I wrote my little blueprint and I called it what I still call it today. See it, believe it, go get it, because it works for me. As we do this, I need you to write down 5 things right now because I think you're treading water and you're playing it safe. You've all been ripped off by a friend and family member. You've all basically brought the pain home at one point in time about credit. So we get you 750, a real one, not care credit first premier. From there, we get a corporation of 30 divisions. From there, you got to get ready for these entities we're setting up for next year. $1 million in credit cards. All right, $1 million of checkbook money, supply and vendor money. There's the goal. By the way, this is a must-have. I hope you wrote it down because you can't take a picture or record. From there, we draw the diagram in front of you. You're not going to bring the pain home anymore. You're going to stop that right away. I'm going to help you put your ducks in a row. I'm going to repackage every one of you using my system that works for me. It will work for you too. Now, I like helping rich and famous people and presidents too. Now, what happened with you? Simple. You had your basically kitchen table meeting. You sat there with your friends and family. Oh, goody. And what happened is you said, we're going to start a business, honey. Hopefully somebody with half of a brain said, what if shit hits the fan? What are we going to do? We're going to sacrifice our family too. You jacked them up. You dropped the score. Hell, you can't get any more. You backed yourself in a corner. You can't ride up diddly squat. And you haunt your house. I'm sorry. I'll call that silly and dumb. Why did you do it that way? That makes no sense. Grown-ups aren't supposed to bring the pain home. All right. The ultimate goal is to never bring the pain home. So let's write down today's date. Let's project 90 working days. You'll fall down 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. Winning the game of business, page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow free of your time. When I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., I sold my Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 a set. Here I am in a coma July 5th. I get to die, get to hear what's going on in the room. My wife wants to take one of the yachts in the backyard to watch the fireworks. Oh, goody. Somebody was sick and I got to die. She did tell the office he's in a coma, he's probably going to die. Ron was at the office with basically U-Haul truck stealing my books and CDs. And check out the address. There was one technology driver over on Spectrum. From there, Tom sold my websites and my phone numbers. Isn't that fun how people screw you basically when you're going to die? The bottom line is simple. Don't call the phone number. He sold it to a porn site. So we get to play my way. If you want to copy the Millionaires Founders Kit, all 12 books and CDs, all right, it's free for you. You just send over 99 bucks. That's shipping and handling. You just Zelle. That's all you got to do. From there, starting a business or running one, you got to be careful with the people around you. You know, if they're going to knock you off the cliff, someone's going to catch you, you're going to die. Hold your breath, okay? Now, once again, I get up at 2:25. I put myself in check. I say, thank you, Jesus, on my knees, and I go look in the mirror. I put myself in check every time. And let's understand something. You have an idea. All right, you tell your friends and family, you want them to encourage you. Instead, they knock you down and they tell you how you're supposed to do it their way. And they haven't done crap. Even my wife does that to me. Okay, I'll give her an idea. This is what I'm going to do. And then she wants to interrupt and tell me how to do it. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm a freaking genius and someone's going to tell me how to do what my idea is. Okay? I just got to bite my tongue a little longer. Your problem is you let people cloud your direction. Okay? They want to interrupt how they do what you want to do. Your problem is you. Sorry, it is true. From there, July 4, 2009, 3 yachts in the backyard, having fun. I get to die. Well, that sucks. I get to hear what's going on in the room. From there, a tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. See, Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back. From there, I'm basically God's example for you. I want you to pay attention. I moved 24 times, got used and abused in all those shitty families too. From there, I've been shot twice and 96 times. My feel sorry for me is 3 seconds or less. You can have 3 minutes, okay? That's all you get. So understand, My wife wanted me to reach out to my family, see if they wanted to get to know me. Oh, goody. By the way, that's great grandma, Nancy Randall Farms. There's Florence Bishop, grandma. From there, guess what? They didn't want to get to know me. My mommy, my daddy, you know what they did to me? The police gave us a restraining order. Doesn't that suck? There's shitty people in the world. My mommy and my daddy are shitty people. Oh, well, I'm God's example. He's my real father, the Father in heaven. So I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. All right, simple. Being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. Hardest thing to do is be a Christian. I'm a sinner all the time. Now I got another one coming out, Bite Your Tongue a Little Longer. This for men to shut up because women are tape recorders. But I had to put another chapter there for my wife and my daughter. All right, we got to have them too because they got to bite their tongue a little longer too. Hey, how about we fight the monster within? Hey, man, bullshit don't pay your bills. These are all books I got ready to go. Oh, fighting through the pain. So I want to get you unstuck because I think you're stuck and I think that sucks, getting past go. How about we show you Lamborghinis with my name on it? How about we show you Duffy's too? Oh, we got mansions. We got white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. Damn. How about race boats in the backyard and helicopters and U-Dogs and yachts and Ferraris too? So I think the world is full of lazy people, half of them. The other have to be a little crazy to see it, believe it, go get it. But the bottom line is that's up to you. Let me do it for you. Raise rules. My blueprint hasn't changed. It's called See It, Believe It, Go Get It. I like that. It works. Now, credit repair is a fraud. I can't believe grown-ups think that somebody has a freaking magic wand to remove your shitty credit and you're guilty as can be. I mean, come on. You can't remove shitty credit unless it's charged off. You can kill a debt 5 ways. But the reality, at the end of the day, you still have shitty credit. And you pay them $100 a month for how many years and still have shitty credit too? Why don't you understand the Federal Trade Commission says it can collect money up front? From there, the Credit Organization Act as well. Now, the best thing you can do today is write down Section 611 and Google it. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do for you. If you have an open collection account, you got to kill the debt, negotiate. You can't be a crook. You got to man up and woman up. From there, what happens? Tier W, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, the credit reports ROM. Okay, I designed this years ago for Yarborough. It's basically yes, it's good, fair, or hell no. You got to learn about the 2 cards that don't bring your score down ever again. So if you negotiate your debt today, the open collection account, and if you put all your cards at 25-29% rule that I designed years ago too, and I do a wrapper refresh for you, because I invented wrapper refresh 39 years ago with Harold Stokes, Ken Yarborough, guess what we get to do? It's called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't think people are stupid. I just think they follow stupid. So let's understand how to play. Very simple today. 25 steps. Can you write those down today? Can we pay attention? I want to rebuild your whole life my way because I think what you did wrong. I think it sucks. Sorry. Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times for lying through their teeth. Isn't that fun? If you allow me today, not tomorrow, to analyze your credit reports. All right, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get that 750 and 90 working days. And I'm going to call your case number on Saturday, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, tomorrow, in rotation. What happened is you or mama, you didn't pay attention to the SS5 form. It says name to be shown on card, other name at birth as well, and other names you use. See, the SS5 is SSN 1040. So look at the card in your personal wallet today. It's not even your card. It'll say do not laminate. It'll say don't carry with you. And it'll say don't use for ID purposes because it belongs to Social Administration, not you. Unfortunately, a bunch of dumb people started using it on credit reports. And now Biden, our dinosaur, wants to have a federal report instead. He wants to close them all down. So the reality is, guess what? So today, you got to remember, you got the SSN for one reason, to create a 1040 tax return. So you're tax, and probate when you're dead. From there, your first job you thought that company ripped you off. Half your money was missing. And they said, no, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. See, that's what makes you a bunch of ducks and sheep. You didn't learn how to play. You watched the things in front of you, and you didn't break it down into pieces too. Write down 1244 irs.gov, file 1 tax return, and almost not pay tax ever again. As we play, let's rebuild you SSN for the corp and the divisions. Let's make sure you understand SS4, 26 ways, use that too. And then we get you to basically choose wisely, and you get to be a double CFO. Would that be okay if I basically help you put your ducks in a row my way? Because I think your way sucks. It's just true. So there's that SS5 again. Let's compare it to SS4. Understand, we're going to play. Oh, legal name of entity, an individual person, bank, grocery store, city. So if you dissect this form, look behind the curtain, you'll notice it says banking and credit purposes right there. One per entity. Do you not hear me? If you screw up a division of you, get rid of that sucker, go get another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. You never have the intent to do fraud. Your problem is you brought the pain home. You probably hurt your family. By the way, that sucks. Why did you do it your way? Your corporation's allowed to do 4 things. Raise rules. Write them down. Buffer tax, no tax is due to it's profitable. Corporate credit to write off free friggin' money. Car at fleet price, free hotel. I'm going to get the buffet. Then your divisions. It's your line of defense. They're cheap. They're multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. All right, from there, we get multiple credit reports. And every piece of property, we do a flippity-dippity-do. So you separate liability. Divisions give you the line of defense, what you didn't do for you. So understand, I'm going to build you a corporate umbrella up to $1 million. Will you let me do that for you, please? I'm going to guarantee exactly what I say I can do in writing. From there, it's very simple. As long as you basically are part of the program, you follow through with my list that I give you, and do not jack up cards and do not apply and crash your rapid rescore. If you do, I charge you a fee or close your case. So you got to own if you screw up. Past can't chase future. There's 5 ways to get rid of a debt. You can kill the debt. From there, on top of that, the IRS, you got a problem there too. They have a form called 656, 433 A and B. So we can learn to play. Step number 3 today. So understand, 750 is waiting for you. All I need to do today is analyze your credit, period. From there, rapid rescore. I've gotten people up to 600 points in 3 days. Here's one I did recently, 96 points in 3 days. Create some green lights. You see, I'm going to work with you. I'm your personal coach. All right, the bottom line is very simple. As we do this, you're guaranteed a 750 as long as you do what you're told to do. Is that okay if you follow through? Nice lady. She's got a 651. She says, why, Ray? I said, why are you using half your cards? My attorney, my CPA, and my banker told me to. Dumb, dumb, and dumber. I told her how to balance her debt, did a rapid rescore, no green lights. After that, she had green lights and an 801. Nice couple. They went to a bankruptcy attorney to ask them questions, and he sold them a bankruptcy. I said, what do you think they're going to sell you, a pickle or a banana? So understand something today. It's very simple. Never file bankruptcy ever, in my opinion, whatever that's worth. All right, as long as they're not garnishing your wages or stealing your house in court today. There's a better way to play the game. From there, I got them $500 card. They got 11 collection accounts. I got them 3,000. Got to build them up and away. If you allow me to rebuild you, you're going to go to class on Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. All right, we're going to focus on a 750 score, rapid rescore. We're going to charge you $999 classes and me too, and I'm going to give you a $1,000 card back. I'm going to refund your money through the card. I see everything I do, I always want to give you personal business credit back up to times 10. Why? I want you to take away all your excuses because I'm actually the real deal. The bottom line is I will hold your hand. We'll get you where you need to go. Now, I discounted half price during the webinar. It's $499. Your card becomes $500. Now we got to think about it's 2023, right? So January 1st, it'll be 2024, right? So if you get a corporation division, your piece is now January. It's on its 2nd year. By the way, that's what the bank requires to get checkbook money. Would you like some checkbook money? Simple, up to 150,000. So I like to give you profit and nonprofit simultaneously. When you look at the nonprofit, you have credit cards, 0 liability. You got Google sponsoring 10,000 plus. All right, they found out that nonprofits doing 4 times on an average McDonald's. People are living longer. You might want to try that too. Starter package is simple. Rebuild the credit, rapid score. I'm going to give you articles, also tax ID for free. Did that for 45 years. You pay your filing fee. Okay, if you have one, I'll build the one you've got. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to charge you $999 during the webinar. Normally it's $2,000. I'm going to give you $5,000 of credit, 5 times your investment. I'm going to take away your excuses. $24.99. I'm giving you $25,000 of credit, 5 times your investment again. From here, we're going to analyze, add history, and start popping credit right away. Is that okay if we play the game my way? From there, it's basically you're going to understand that discounted pricing, profit, non-profit is if you do one thing. It's called Zell. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. If you need to call a specialist or be assigned to one, it's 800-254-9506. Use the card, they charge you 5%. So I think Zelle is free. You might want to do that too. Now, here's another problem you got. Sorry to say, but it's true. You're probably a voter like I am. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. That's how you got on the robocalls and the rapid, all those basically junk mail. So why don't you do this? It's up to you. Maybe you got Cable Bill or Corporation. If you call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. Slow down the robocalls and get off the mailing list, okay? The phone number's in front of you, by the way. It's simple to do. As we play, let's understand the next step. Everything I do is steps and rules and tools. So the bottom line, you have to master your steps too. I want you to plan the problem. I believe you allowed someone to steal money from you, your friend and family member. I believe you spent thousands of crap that didn't work. But again, we're going to use my rules, safety credit. Every card you get personally will be a sticky. You maintain the limit is 25% utilization, never past 29%. You balance your debt. All cash credit for corporation above 10,000 doesn't show on personal reports. So we're going to get you that line of defense. As you do this, I want you to understand when I designed this for Yarborough, TRW, Payment Spirit, everybody followed along. It's on all the dashboards. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. You're going to get your discipline down. You're going to follow the rules and tools, and you're not going to bring the pain home again. As we do this, let's keep in mind, if you say you have to jack up your cards, I'm going to say, hell no. Okay, you're not going to do that. Knock off the crap. I am direct, so you're going to have to get used to that. From here, you have 2 cards in planet Earth that allow you, all right, never to make your score go below the 750 again. As long as you maintain the payment, it has a pay over time limit as well. You will maintain 750 the rest of your life. And if we teach all the people in high school and colleges to do this, and I sat there in some reports, as it was goals for me and Harold Stokes, then we can make sure they don't make the same mistake you did. So what happens when you lose your job, have an emergency? What do you do next? You run out of time, you run out of money, then you go jack up your cards in 42 days. Then you want to tell the whole world to feel sorry for you. Nobody cares. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. From there, what happens next? You will need $5,000 now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're all going to say no because you said you were in need. Let's understand, this is a $5,000 card. The payment's $50 a month. The average person pisses away $50 every other day. You waste $150 a week, $600 a month. You take $50,000 off of a corporate credit, you write it all off. You take that during a pandemic, you buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through. There's no more excuse. We're going to use some common sense. And white men do jump. Nixon took the gold standard out. Now I need you to write down Ray's rules. Write down the only thing I will allow to sacrifice or screw up ever again in my life will be a division. Write it down because you will not bring the pain to the corporate of your family ever again. You should have never done it in the first place. It is not acceptable. You're willing to sacrifice a division and get rid of that peace and never bring the pain home. All right, you have no intent to do fraud. You will have your cake and eat it too. You'll use Ray's rules, step number 7, and I will basically, all right, train you to be a certified CFO to never bring the pain home. As we play my way, all right, there I am dead in a coma. There's the address, check it out, see if I'm telling you the truth. From there, I died in 2 comas. One first when I was crippled. Jesus said, get up, so I died in the next coma. Get to come back and help you. I think the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So understand today, my goal is to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty my way. I want to rebuild your whole life. So corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. Lack of knowledge is why people bring the pain home and do stupid things. So this is pathetic. This guy says he lost his job. He's healthy enough. Go get a friggin' job. Knock off your crap. Okay? Hey, I'm not going to feel sorry for this guy. He's healthy. He's got 2 kids. Get your butt to the church. They'll give you the food. You go basically have a garage sale. Okay? You go drive an Uber or Lyft. Instantly, you got income. Hey, come on. I was in a coma and they stole my millions and my billions. I come out homeless with my wife and my kids. You freaking kidding me? I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. Why the hell don't people do what they need to do? This is ridiculous, okay? Corporations can build themselves. So division, the only thing you're willing to sacrifice, remember what I said. It is your line of defense. You don't bring the pain to the corporate family ever again. It is not acceptable. Okay, you have to understand, I'm going to build you a corporate umbrella of $1 million. You're not going to screw up anymore. You're going to allow me to take your tax ID and build your Experian Transfer Equifax instantly. I'm going to get you cash cards. I'm going to line you up for checkbook money. And we're going to be on that phone every week to make sure you're not screwing up, give you your next list. Okay? Because I want you to do it my way. I don't want you to think. I want you to do. From there, it's simple. 9 divisions is $1 million. 41's $5 million. Look at your corp today. Come on. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Look in the mirror. You got your million and billions? Hell no. Did you listen? No. Did you do part of it, some of you clients? Yes. But what did you didn't do? You looked at the deer in the headlights at the franchise trade show or expo? I got to just hand you the friggin' keys. This is ridiculous. Okay? Some people are just pissing me off. I want to just get it done. All right? It's simple. Put your ducks in a row. Today, if they sue the corp, they sue you. That sucks. I want to build you the line of defense you needed to do since day one. When I invented daisy chaining of credit, each card, 9 more, each division, piece of property, each division, line of credit. From there, you're going to learn how to daisy chain. I'll do most of the work for you anyway. From there, I add 2,000 of history for a division. I build these up and away. We charge $4.99 at the office for a division and 3 for $14.97. There's your Zell. Simple. If you need a specialist, 800-254-9506. I like goodies. I didn't like eating out of a trash can. I didn't like Mrs. Hope putting me in the trash can and feeding me the food. I didn't like it. It pissed me off. My choice was to feel sorry for myself or get the hell out of hell. I got the hell out of hell. I brought in my first million at 14.5. Why the hell didn't you? 2.6 billion at 26. Why didn't you? What's wrong with you? These aren't turned up loud enough yet? I like goodies. I like riding with Neil Diamond 3 times. 2 times, actually. Holly Holy and Red Wine. It was fun. I like goodies. You want some goodies? $1 million of credit cards, $5 million of checkbook money. There's your go. If I rebuild you here, next will be green card. They got 3 of those suckers for 160 times 9. B of A times 9. Wells Fargo times 9. All right, what do we get? Inc. times 9. And then gold card times 9. Isn't that fun? Up to 5 million. Now, there's other 5 cards I like too. I want you to focus on checkbook money now. All right, simple. The banks will give you up to $500,000 of credit. Average will be 100 to 150 with no tax return. Okay, these are my 5 favorites. All right, and from there you can build it through each division up to $5.4 million of checkbook money. And that's how you play the game my way as a certified CFO. Now, I got specialty classes every Saturday as well in rotation. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning, it's done in Bradstreet. Supply and vendor credit up to $1 million. And if you're not in special, either $9.99 for 90 days, or you can spend $4.99 per class. So now I want you to remember what I said. We're going to get you borrow money, which is corporate credit, and then show up on your reports, and you're going to use that to get into your lifetime what? Income. And if you did real estate and franchise, what happens is the only thing you can ever screw up, as far as I'm concerned, is a division. You get your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. You become a certified CFO. You never bring the pain home. If I gave you a check for $1 million, what would you do today? I'm sorry. You put it in your personal account. I call that stupid. You only keep $375. I would have told you put it in the corporation, a division of you. Reference 3 times fine, turn it to 15 million. Pay all the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. Corporations pay tax on the leftover when they're profitable. Not profitable, not taxable. You got to realize the 11 cities they bankrupt so far. Simple. The United States of America, 50 corps called states, states called cities, created Chapter 9 bankruptcy, Federal Protection Act. You could have did the same thing, but you didn't learn to play. Whose fault is that? And as long as you have no intent to do fraud. So today, look at bankruptcy. When shit hits the fan, is it your family, corp, division, or subsidiary? Who's going to be the duck the next time? Make a decision. It's up to you. All right, banks and grocery stores never bring the pain home. Add you to my credit system, pretty simple to do. Build you $1 million of credit. You go to class, you don't fall in your what, and you follow through. Beat your doubt, run your race. Get out of my way, while I rebuild you, please. Just do what I tell you to do, please. Getting past go. All right, mansions in the harbor, God's gift. Race boats and yachts that got my name on them to prove I obtained it too. Lamborghinis, buildings, and what? Helicopters. In the future, I want your driver's license to be P.O. Box or mail and address. I want you to maintain more privacy. Is that okay? Now let's look at your car you drive today. What did you do? I mean, come on. You went to the car dealership. You let them sweat you for 5 hours like a duck and a sheep. You sweat, you want to get the hell out of it. They kept offering you water or coffee or something to drink. And then one guy comes over, then the next guy comes over, then you get a finance guy, and they change all the shit you talked about for 4 hours. Isn't that fun? You lost 20,000 in 9 inquiries. That's not how you buy a car. A car is fleet price tax ID division. Huh, it's simple. You write it all off. You buy a house, you bought it in your name. You put 2 people on the loan. Loan to value problem too. And if you don't pay the car or the house, they get shitty credit. And they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. By the way, the house should have bought through the trust in the first place. There's that 1099-C from the IRS. So plan the problem, please. Every registered owner should be a division of a corporation, not you. If you plan the problem, you can make sure they don't kick your assets too. Again, as we play, every property should be a division. Who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? House payment offsets the taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first, what, 10 billion to trillion? Why would they pay tax? There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter with the line of credit in front of the world in 24 hours. Now the 2 banks want to kick his ass. He's twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum. X marks the spot. But again, he's got what? Spaceship. So is the other guy. It's simple how we play the game if you want to win. But again, that's up to you once again. Run your life through a corporation or basically in conjunction. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. Your paycheck is taxable income, right? After you get the leftover, you pay in the car, gas, registration, insurance. Why don't you yell no and drive a company car like I do? Would that make more sense? Step 17. Now, why don't you go to irs.gov today? Let's get an SS4 form and find out it says banking and credit purposes like I told you it does. And that way you realize what I'm telling you is the truth and you can set yourself free and you never had to bring the pain home in the first place, by the way. Again, it's up to you. Here's Mama from 71. She had to get the SS5 for the baby goes home. Everything to me is rules and tools and steps. That way I give you your steps on a weekly basis. You follow through and guess what we're going to do? Now, I always like a house. Escrow, closed homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust. When they sue you, they just take it away. You died, stuck in your probate. Your family got diddly squat. You hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor that stands at us Home Depot. If they slip and fall and cut corners, they take everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. Is that okay if we do it my way? Irrevocable trust way too. Step 19. Remember, stop bringing the pain home. Now, if you don't file tax returns and you're a crook, go to prison like Wesley Snipes did, listening to his dumb attorneys and CPAs out of Beverly Hills. See, they took his money, but he's the one who did the price in prison for 3 years and fined $5 million for listening to stupid. All right, you see, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You got to make sure you protect your assets too. You could actually be an OPM. 70% discount, don't pay above up to 90 days. Leverage the money from an escrow up to $15 million. Line of defense. Borrow money is not taxable. Step 21. Blackjack. Looks like you get to win. Now, as we play this, remember, first time in my life that I felt really proud of myself. My building, Irvine Spectrum, One Technology Drive, 22,000 square feet building. Came out of a coma, everything I had was gone. It sucks. I had 3 locations, other states, doing up to $1 million a day. My residual income was up to $1.1 million a day. Again, let's understand how to make $50 million, all right, a month. What did I do? They took everything I had. I'm gonna go home and go boo. Hell no. No way. I'm a fighter. I'd rather die. So I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 5 closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. Why didn't you? All right? Why didn't you? You see, you got choices today. You got 1,000 steps to millionaire. I'm going to do the work for you, with you. If you want to be one of my coaching students, what I'm going to do, put you on the radio and TV. I want you to tell your story. Credit, loan, and money is financial freedom. Residual income, up to $50,000 a month. And the coaching is simple. All right, as I got this, I only got 24 in it now. I got 6 left. Hopefully by the end of the day, that'll all be gone. I got all these people saying they're going to do something. No, it's at the blank and get off the pot. Simple. I can only do 6 calls a day. So basically, residual income should be the focus. But again, I want the 30 on the radio and TV. All right, if Warren Buffett can do this, so can you. And you can have your residual income and play the game and win. All right, that's why I always pick boring businesses. I want something that just brings in the money. 40,000 down up to 10,000 a month, 100,000 down up to 45,000 a month, 250,000 up to 100,000 a month. That's why it's called residual income, maintained by third party. Own it. Do not run it, please, because this is confusing. Which one do you pick? I just want to pick for you. Is that okay? So if we do all the work together, and then basically analyzations and histories and cards and classes with me, that means flat out you're stuck with me. Every weekly call, I have your blueprint ready. Okay, you knew this, do this, and this is what we're going to do. See, I'm going to coach you personally. So I'm only putting 30 in here. From there, in person or online, blueprinting you, the ultimate goal. So your goal is 5 things to master. I'm going to do most of them for you anyway. Recently, I'm doing logins because people are just taking too damn long to increase their limits. And I'll show them how, but I want to just do it because they're projections. They're doing it all wrong. Increase the limits. Try to do that every 46 days. Every person's personal credit should be 10,000 each. From there, you got 3 programs. They're all 1,000 down. 3-month commitment. You break down your payments. It's an $8,000 package. You pay in full today, you get 100,000 of credit, which would have cost you 10,000 anyway. From there, if you only put the 1,000 down, I build you 25,000 of credit. If you did the 6 months program, 1,000 down. All right, very simple. You pay in full about 15 grand. And what happens is I give you 250,000 of credit with that. You put 1,000 down, I'm giving you 50,000. You do this year and next year's program, you pay in full, it's 25,000. If you finance, it's 31. You put 1,000 down. If you paid in full, I'm going to build you $500,000 of credit. If you put the 1,000 down, you get 75,000 of credit. Either way, you get to win. But then I want you in my TV and radio show too. There's your Zelle for your deposit, or your Zelle for the whole amount too, because my Zelle is 15,000 a day. So again, corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Division is the only thing you're willing to lose. Understand that flat out. Division is your line of defense. I'm willing to lose a division, not my corp, not my family. 9 divisions tend to be $1 million. 41 is 5 million. We set it up with 2,000 of history and tax ID. Each division costs you $4.99, 3 for $14.97. There you go. There's your Zelle now. Call the office if you need to, 800-254-9506. Be assigned to a specialist right away. What are you willing to lose? Family? I never had a family, ever. I don't know what it's like to have a family. Okay, but I wrote a book. It says, I'm the father I always wanted. That was my choice. It was easy to do. From there, family, I don't want to lose mine. I finally got a wife and 6 kids and 10 grandkids. Corporation, they sue it, they sue you. No, thank you. Division is your line of defense. Everybody gets to win and gets checkmate. Step 23, stop bringing the pain home. You got the ability to understand, reach in the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules. $1 million of credit, open up and go, and train you to how to be a certified CFO. But again, if you have joint credit, it's just in the way. You buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporations are free, you just pay a filing fee. Real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense, and I always like to give basically credit in my packages so I can reimburse you up to times 10 and take away your excuses. See, one of my books says bullshit doesn't pay the bills, because it doesn't. There's no excuse now. You met me. I'll repackage your life and I'll coach you every step of the way. All right, not an organization. I have the organization behind me, but I'm the one who's going to work with you personally. And don't worry, I got total recall in most things, so I won't forget who you are. All right, it's very simple. Step 24. If all you want me to do is build you to 750, okay, simple. Analyze you, rapid rescore, go to class. Don't fall in your what? 750, rapid rescore. Normally $9.99, 1,000 card back to you. But again, you're on the webinar with me right now. We discount half price, $4.99. $500 card. And guess what? Up and away. And why you want the 2 years for your corporate divisions. See, you understand, your divisions and corp need to be filed now. And that's why I want you to have up to 30 divisions for next year and all the things you're going to accomplish. Profit and nonprofit, you should have both. From there, starter. All right, rebuild you. Analyzation class, Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. $9.99, they give you 5,000 of credit back. $24.99, you get 25,000 of credit. Analyze you today, add history, start popping you right away. Simple. I like simple, don't you? But again, you need to call the office or use Zelle now. Phone number is 800-254-9506. See, when you give me referrals, I'll build you more credit. If you want me to Zelle you 10%, I'll do that too. But they better say your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I always give you my my email address too. So Bank of America, because they did more than 5 million, their branches, they bankrupted subsidiaries, Sam's Club, Geico's, and Cities. In the beginning, you're going to use division base to protect your assets and stop bringing the pain home. You're going to understand how to be the certified CFO, and you're going to reprogram your brain to millionaire status. You're going to learn to look behind that curtain and never accept no, and then from there, stop bringing the pain home. We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you. All I know is I can hold your hand and do most of the work for you too. So today, if you want to be one of those last 6, your goal is to call that number, 800-254-9506. From there, let's do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.